I've definitely gained some weight every night, pretty much. Every single day I have this. I think it's the biggest misconception ever that cardio will be the fastest thing to make you lose fat.
Yes, you will fatigue quicker.
Today? Really? There's like a nice little steak, but... In this video, I'm gonna be going through like my current physique update, my sort of bulking update, my cutting update, how exactly I'm going to lose the fat that I've gained during my bulk and get back to lean again while still keeping the muscle mass. That's a very, very important point. I'm also gonna walk you through my food shop, water intake, cardio, workout, pretty much everything. I've gotten like a list. Pretty much everything that I'm gonna do to shed the top layer of fat so that I can see all the muscle that I've built during the bulk. I've definitely gained some weight. I'm a little heavier on the scale. I wanted to make a video about it because obviously, as you guys know, I've been bulking. So I spent about 6 months bulking and it was a slow bulk. I did it like a clean bulk. Most of the time it was a clean bulk anyway. You know, and I really made sure to slowly increase my calories, slowly get to where I wanted to be to gain that muscle mass because I was doing body recomposition for a long time. And don't get me wrong, body recomposition has its place. It can be fantastic for shedding that fat and also, you know, building muscle at the same time. Yes, it is possible. However, it's a slow process. But I just wanted something like quite big in my fitness journey. I just wanted to like actually give myself like a challenge and a push. For a long time now as well, I've been kind of scared to gain weight. Not scared necessarily, but I think once I get to a certain point on a scale, I like freak out a bit. I'm like, ah! like but I just kind of like freak out once I get to around like anything above 145 pounds. I don't know how many kg that is. I'll pop it on the screen for you to see. And also, please do not use that number to like compare it to your weight because we will be entirely different. Like my height and everything, like my muscle mass will be different. Like I'm quite tall as well, so I'm 5'7". People do not compare your weight to other people's weight because it's honestly so irrelevant. It really depends on the person and it depends on your body structure, your height, everything, like just a whole conglomerate of things. As long as you're healthy and you're not doing any damage to yourself, then weight doesn't really matter. So if I'm healthy, why does that weight bother me so much? And I don't actually know why, but it was stopping me also from like gaining muscle mass, and that has just been a massive goal of mine in the past like year or two. I'm kind of bouncing back, making some gains, making some like, you know, physique changes and physique goals. So yeah, so that was like really something I wanted to do, and the body recomposition was just so slow. Like I was just like plunging along trying to just be like, I just need the gains now. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do a bulk because with a bulk you see progress quick. I'm not gonna lie. I really loved how lean I was at the time, so it was hard for me to do this, but I was like, you know what, I want to compromise it. Like I can go back into a cut again. I feel like nowadays it's looked down upon if you want to get leaner or if you want to lose body fat, and I just think it's so ridiculous that that's looked down upon. And I know that there's going to be people being like, ah! It's just my opinion. Like I really think it's silly for it to be bad to have goals for yourself or to have physique goals or to want to look a certain way. Like who cares? Like if I want to be lean, then I want to be lean. When it comes to having goals for myself and having, you know, a body fat percentage that I want to achieve or leanness that I want to achieve or a muscle mass that I want to achieve, I think it's absolutely perfectly fine to have physique goals. This topic is like one of those that perhaps in the past I've like skirted around quite a lot. But yeah, I kind of wanted to walk you guys through exactly what I'm going to be doing to lose some body fat. And I really want to get back to the leanness that I was at last summer. I'll insert some pictures here of what I was like my physique last summer. So this was like under a year ago, maybe like 10 months ago now, something along those lines. And I was like the perfect leanness that for myself. Like I felt so good with like where I was at with my body fat percentage. It wasn't like too low to the point where I would like feel like lethargic and tired. I still had so much energy, but at the same time I felt really lean, and like you could actually see like all of the definition and all of the muscle that I had bill, which was so cool, and I think that was probably the leanest I had ever gotten, like, in my entire life. I'm gonna insert clips of my current physique update, so this is exactly what I look like today. And again, this body is like, I love my body. I'm so grateful for what it does for me. I'm grateful for like movement, for the legs, the fact that I can go to the gym, that I can lift weights, that I'm strong. Like, I am beyond grateful for my body as it is without anything done to it. I am actually quite happy with where I'm at, and by no means at all am I fat or obese or anything even remotely close to that. But yeah, that's my weight at the moment. It's been a mental hurdle. There's like moments where I'll panic, being like, what if I can't lose it? What if I'm like, it just keeps getting worse? Like, what if I am now stuck in like I can only eat bad foods? What if I can't eat healthy again? Like, my brain had some moments of spiraling and like regretting my decision. I've done this a million times, and I know that I can get lean whenever I want to get lean. Like, it's all in my head. The progress I've made in the gym has been phenomenal. Like, 10 out of 10. Like, the glute gains, honestly, not right now because I haven't actually been to the gym in like 3 weeks. We'll get into that. But before I took a 3-week hiatus off the gym, I had seen the most glute gains that I had probably ever seen on me, ever, or at least in a very, very, very long time. I'm super happy with this bulk. Like, I really truly am. I was meant to start cutting basically like 3 weeks to a month ago. Plans definitely changed. So I got the invite to go to America with Alpha Elite team, and you know, had such a blast. It was like so well worth the trip. Absolutely, like meeting all of the athletes. It was just the best time ever. But as you know, America is definitely a hell of a lot harder, I would say, to eat a clean, non-processed diet. Every time I go there, I'm like, even in the airports, you will go and there's not really like fruit being sold, at least not in the connections I've had in America. It's not like you can just pop to the shops down the road. Like, it is so far apart. So you have to, you know, drive for half an hour to get to like a healthy food place. So I did end up eating a lot more processed food. I was like, you know what, I'm here for 8-9 days, whatever, it's fine, I'm bulking. I'm just gonna eat whatever I feel like at the time, not really think into it, it's fine. Having like 8-9 days of basically pure processed food absolutely wrecked me. Like, not even just like putting on like body fat, that's honestly the smallest part of it. It was just like everything else, like my energy, my well-being, I was so lethargic. I came back and died for like a week. But yeah, anyways, as you can see, we are in a severe need of a food shop because this is what we're working with. There's barely anything in here. We have dinner for tonight, actually. There's like a nice little steak, but there's definitely not enough food for the week, so we really need to pop to the shop because this is just not working, in my opinion. I'm off to the gym. Got like a nice big hoodie on. I'll show you my outfit in a second. And I was basically gonna film for you guys, also for like an Instagram post. And then, are you kidding me? Look at this. Completely, like the whole leg completely broke. So, of all the days, today, really? And I do not have another one. I've only got like, I can't take this one into the gym. It's literally this big. I think that's just disrespectful at that point to the gym members, and I don't want to do that. This one, I hide in the corner and like it's not in anybody's way. It's just like, you know, and I'm in the corner, but that is another story. It is time to go and brave the weather outside because it's cold. It's really, really, really nice and empty today, which is so good. I love it when it's empty. It's so nice. I hope you don't mind being a little up close and personal. But another thing I wanted to quickly touch on as well before I actually go downstairs and do my workout is cutting and when it relates to working out and cardio specifically. And I just wanted to say, like, because I know a lot of people be like, oh, I'm trying to lose weight and let me just do like crazy hours of cardio. And I think it's the biggest misconception ever that cardio will be the fastest thing to make you lose fat. That's really not. So obviously cardio is absolutely fantastic and you should never skip doing cardio, going for hikes, cycling, walking, running. Cardio is so important. But when it comes to fat loss specifically, there have been a number of studies, and again, take everything I'm saying with a pinch of salt. I am not 100% in this, but when it comes to cardio specifically for weight loss, there have been a number of studies that proves that it doesn't actually do anything. Are these studies the be all and end all? Absolutely not. But speaking from like my personal experience and the like experiences I've personally had with this topic specifically, I have found that if I eat the exact same food, no matter how much cardio I'm doing, my weight doesn't really budge. If I do absolutely nothing and I just purely focus on what I'm eating, my weight will fluctuate massively. Again, please do not stop doing cardio. Please don't stop doing cardio. That is bad. That is proven to be bad. If you are the type of person that you've done so much cardio and you feel like your weight just is not budging, might be a correlation there. Might be, because I used to be that person and nothing changes until your diet changes. Right, we are going to go train now. I'm going to show you my outfit as well because it's cute today. I put some effort in, you know, it looks nice. I'm not going to show you the entire workout because I've just posted a video doing the same thing. So I will see you in a bit. And actually, wait, I'll show you my outfit. Okay, here is my outfit. So I've got some shorts on today, which is very strange considering the fact that it's winter. But I did put some shorts on, and you know what? I've been influenced because this color is Amplify V2 Contour in the color Sand, which is not a color I typically reach for. I typically reach for like some of the other colors, but I saw Amy Brooks go on about it, and I have been influenced. Amy, if you're watching this, love you. Thank you for influencing me, because this color is actually really nice and like it's just such a pretty neutral brown. So this is my outfit. I have got like a baby tee underneath for my workout, but this is my outfit with a nice little Alpha like hoodie over the top because it is also still winter and still cold. Oh yeah, and code Bela for 10% off any Alpha Leap purchase, and also you support your gal, so thank you very much. But yeah, don't forget guys, code Bela. We're gonna go train now. I'll probably take my hoodie off mid-session, but for now I'm just absolutely freezing. These shorts do honestly the most wondrous things ever for your bum. Like the Contour V2 shorts are honestly the best shorts ever. Like I've actually been preferring wearing these over the leggings recently just because they do absolute mastery to your glutes. Take it from me.
So the thing with being in a caloric deficit is obviously like the fat loss and all of the, you know, positive side effects that we're kind of looking for. But no one talks about, well, not as much about the negative side effects, which is also that your muscles are now on the chopping block. Yes, they are literally, if you do not train, they will go down twice as fast. Like, I'm not even joking. They are on the chopping block because your body is consuming, you know, energy. It's consuming itself basically, and obviously we want it to consume the fat and not the muscle. So there are a few things you can do to avoid this, to avoid like your muscles being, you know, eaten and gobbled up by your systems. And number one is training consistently and super heavy. Like this is like gonna be the pro tip number one. You cannot miss this because this is such an important rule. If you start lifting lighter weights because you're going to feel more tired in the gym, you're just not going to be as strong as you were when you were bulking or eating at maintenance. So it's very, very crucial. for your muscles and to retain as much muscles as you can, to make sure that you don't then make your sessions a lot easier. Like if you, let's say you were lifting 50 kg, don't just then turn it down to 20 kg. Like make sure you stay at the higher weight and really push yourself. Yes, it will be harder. Yes, you will fatigue quicker. You won't be as strong, but you need to try your absolute best to be. Obviously, if you lose some strength, that is to be expected. That is very normal. But you really need to push to try and keep your strength as much as you can. Lifting the same amount, doing the same amount of volume, still kind of like exhausting your muscles to the same degree or as close as you possibly can. This will prevent them from breaking down as much. You might still lose a tiny bit of muscle during a cut. That's also quite normal, but we want to minimize that as much as we possibly can so that we lose the least amount of muscle, obviously, because we've just spent months and months building it all up. But the best thing you can do is just making sure that your sessions are super, like you're really pushing yourself and you're really keeping like your weights up and your consistency up. That's going to be so essential to keeping your glutes. Another thing as well is making sure you're eating enough protein. Obviously, protein is very important during a bulk as well, but you can get away with eating a lot less protein during a bulk because you have so much energy to draw from. Obviously, you need protein as a building block for muscle development, but you can kind of get away with, not eating like the exact amount that you really need. Even if you're a bit under, it won't really make that much of a difference. However, if you're not eating enough protein during a cut, you will really see and feel the difference. You just can't be as lenient with protein intake during a cut because you don't have as much fuel and energy to kind of pull from, so your body will then use the protein for fuel as well and not for your muscles. So you really need to make sure that you're keeping your protein intake super high. Well, obviously you don't need to be it doesn't need to be ridiculously high. Like you don't need to eat thousands of pounds of protein every day. I don't even think that's possible actually, but making sure it's even close to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Some people say kg. I personally think, especially from the research I've done, that somewhere closer to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight is definitely more ideal, and especially in a cut. So yeah, obviously you don't have to hit it every single day, but even if you're over, let's say you weigh 150 pounds, even if you're over 110, 120 grams of protein per day, that should still be enough. But try to aim for the higher mark, because obviously if you fall short, at least you're still quite high, rather than too little. So yeah.
But I wanted to run you through my little mini grocery haul. This is not a big shop for me at all. This is only to kind of see me over the next 4 days or so, 3-4 days. So I just need a couple of days food, and I wanted to run you guys through what I've gotten. So for protein, I got some heck sausages and a fillet steak. These have been my go-to recently. I kind of swap it around very often. Sometimes I'll go for salmon and sea bass for a month straight, of eating that every day, and then I'll go to just chicken, and then just steak, and then just more chicken. And at the moment I'm so sick of chicken because I've just had my chicken phase. So I've got chicken sausages, which taste a little nicer. They are a tiny bit processed, I won't lie. There's definitely a couple of not so great things in here. Just chicken breast is obviously 10 times better than this, but I can't eat chicken breast forever. And then I also got another fillet steak. These are just my go-tos. I just love these. Obviously I can't eat fillet steak every single day, otherwise my food bill would be absolutely extortionate. So yeah, fillet steak. And then to mix, I've absolutely been loving these. Potato, carrot, swede, salted butter, milk, white pepper, and nutmeg and salt. That's all that's in this. Literally just mashed up vegetables into root mash, and it's delicious. It's so low in calories. Each pack of this is 150 calories, and I have about half a pack every meal, so only 75 calories. See, I mix it in with Philadelphia and cheese like I did for my meal today. I also got some courgette because this stuff is like, I use it as like a filler. You can get really full with eating like a lot of courgette in your meal, but the calorie intake is just so ridiculously low. You can eat an entire courgette and I'm pretty sure it's like 50 calories. I overestimated half a courgette. Well, the entire courgette is 30 calories. Crazy. So I usually have like half a courgette to a full courgette in my meals, and it just fills it up, bulks it up. I'm full stuffed. And it's just very little calories. Very good. I got my typicals as well, which is eggs. I have eggs every morning. This is like my breakfast. So either I'll have eggs in the morning and then this is like a snack, like kind of like lunch snack with phage yogurt. So a lot of yogurt pretends to be Greek yogurt and like 100% Greek yogurt, and it's not. It's mixed in with a bunch of not so great things. The thicker, the better. Like this is a thick boy. I also have the worst sweet tooth in human existence. Both processed, but this is less processed for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff in here. But let's just turn the ingredients over for now. I'll only have like 1 or 2 a day, so it's kind of like, it's my little treat. I'll have 1 or 2 a day with a cup of tea, and it's like balance, you know, hashtag balance. I did not just use hashtag in an actual real life sentence, God. And then I got some dark sea salt chocolate. This is like my all-time favorite. It's the bad boy. Like, I don't know why I'm referring to everything as like boys. This is my favorite dark chocolate. I love the ones with a hint of like sea salt. It makes it taste so much better. That's probably like the worst ingredient though, is the sugar. Let me see. Oh, there we go, found it. So sugar, cocoa mass, cocoa butter, milk fat, emulsifier, not great. That's it. So the worst things in there, the sugar and the emulsifier. So it's like, yeah, it's not the most perfect food ever. The best scenario would be to not eat this, but I'm also a sweet tooth human and I like chocolate. And if I don't eat this, I'll eat something worse. So every night, pretty much every single day, I have this. So I love these guys. They're called Dorset cereals, but not every single one of them is good. You need to check the ingredients because some of them do actually have not so great stuff in there. They're really simple. They're just whole grain wheat flakes, dried fruit, raisins, dates, nuts, chopped Brazil nuts, like whole hazelnuts. So this is really great to mix in with mix in with my yogurt. And I'll usually put some honey in here as well. Very, very nice. And if I'm like feeling really frisky that day, I'll put some like Nutella, also processed, but put some Nutella in with like a biscuit or 2 in here if I'm feeling extra chocolatey that day. But usually this is the way to go. Or even like with dried fruit as well. So I've got like dried strawberries. Like I mix a whole bunch of stuff in my yogurt. I'll show you that maybe in the next vlog. But so that was only a mini little food shop, but just to kind of give you guys an idea of like what I get on a week to week basis. Obviously a much bigger food shop would include a lot more stuff than this, which I will do. Maybe just like a whole video on when I need to just do like a massive shop. I'm just gonna bring you guys along with me, so make sure you're subscribed for that one. But yeah, that was my little grocery haul. Hello, yes, it is the next day, and yes, I am wearing the same hoodie. Basically, I forgot to sign off on the vlog, so this is a goodbye from me. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all so freaking much, and I will see you next Friday. Love you, bye!